Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Audio check. Can you guys hear me? Good morning. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, James. How are you? Good morning. Jose, good morning. Ken, good morning. You guys hear me? Good morning, good morning. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, good morning. Let's get this show on the road. Khaled, good morning. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's get it going here. Let's take a look at big picture here. We're looking at crude oil, and crude oil is stabilizing in and around the 74 level. And we established a new harmony wave, and that harmony wave reached target number 2, almost target number 3 at 76.78. The Globex open, the market gap down into 73.46 and continue to go higher into close to target number 3. So what does that mean? That means if we pull back into the middle of the range to 75 and then reverse with a one candle reversal, that will set us up for an entry point long in crude oil. A stop to that rotation is 73.47, which is the Globex open. Raf, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Russell 2000. We hit target number 3 in that sequence at 1814.9. We're at 1817.2. Pullbacks are buyable against that Globex open at 1802.8. So pullbacks anywhere within the Globex band and the Globex price is buyable, but we need to get that reversal candle in order to get an entry point. We see that the market stabilized, established 2 harmony waves, one right here in around 1776.4, and the second one with 1785.9. And we broke that captain setup short that instigated that move lower January the 4th. So this is a market that is a bullish sign whenever you break that type of setup. So we're going to have to look at the market on pullbacks and see how well things progress. Gold Gold is continuing its upward march. We're at 1885. Globex is at 1872.8. We hit target number 2 and we faded, and it seems like the market is looking to stabilize right here. So as long as from a longer perspective we continue to hold on to 1862.4, that is a bullish sign that the pullbacks are buyable. If you break anything under 1852.2, then the structure of the market is definitely going to be hurting. And we're looking for target number 3 in this sequence. Target number 3 is going to be 1900.9. And that's a big number. And the odds are, as we approach that number, things, the sellers will start stepping into this rotation. ES. Now ES, very nice rotation. We had that captain setup long. And that captain setup actually ended up getting us a couple of candles. Then we came back and retested the trend line, and off we go to target number 3. Target number 4 is going to be the big psychological number of 4004.5. The 4000 is the psychological number. It's a whole number. We're coming up to it. It's 60 points away. It's going to take some work to get up there, but that is the natural progression of these prices if we continue to exhibit bullish behavior, is to see that pullbacks are buyable. Globex, where's Globex? Yeah, Globex is 3918.5. That's Globex. So we need to protect that level in order for us to continue to just see that upward momentum. Okay. Tesla and Netflix, we'll look at them once the market open. Now we're looking at NASDAQ from a daily perspective. And NASDAQ is bottomed down a little bit here. We hit target number 1 from this rotation. And now we're breaking channel number 1. So let's establish that. Right here and right here. I draw that better, but nonetheless, Friday into today, we've broken that level. So the next logical price action is 327. And that will retest the middle of the range. You may get sellers along the way. I mean, the overall trend here is a negative trend, but we are experiencing a pocket of buying interest. And that pocket is getting us to experience a retest of the harmony wave and potentially the retest of the middle of the range at 325. And ultimately, as long as the 200 NT rink, as long as the market giving us, signals on the long side from an intraday perspective, we just need to kind of keep going that direction. So the cash market open here. Let's just take a very quick look here. Gold, the same thing, continuation. ES on a daily perspective, it's performing a lot better than NQ. We're already at the middle of the range and testing that well. We're testing the top end of the range as well. So that's a market that's heading to the next target, which is the 4,000. But the 4,000, I mean, it's going to take some work to get up there. It's going to take a little bit of work. All right, so when we're looking at the 200 NT Rinko and the 100 NT Rinko, we are in sync on the upside. Good morning, GM. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So we should be seeing a push higher. I'm going to post a couple of orders just to make sure that my orders are coming through. That's 1. That's 2. And I'm going to cancel them. All right. How are we doing on quotes, everybody? Are we in sync with you? Brad, good morning. Gary, good morning. Sheila, good morning. James, good morning. Jose, good morning. Ken, good morning. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, GM. That's what the market looks like right now. And welcome back. You were missed. I guess you had an extended holiday, right? So now we hit that initial target. Target number 3 is hit at 232. Target number 4 on the 20 NT Rinko is 303. Then we can hit the 326 from there. Also another target is 251, and that is the close of the 200 NT Rinko. And the price action is moving higher as an extension of Friday price action. So what's our plan for this morning? My plan for this morning is the first 30 minutes or so, I'm going to be patient. Patient to do what? I'm patient to watch the price and understand it and learn it and see what the participants in this market are trying to do. Once I get a feel for what the market is doing, then the next step is to start to execute. All right. So right now, we're going to make 5 assumptions about market behavior, then test and see how well we're reading the market within this first half an hour. A couple of areas where we can test the strength of this rotation is right here and right here. Harmony zone number 1, harmony zone number 2. The market right now put a captain set up short, came and retested it. So that tells me if you break this level at 220, then you're going to start getting a little bit of a bleed into zone number 1. So that's something I'm looking at right now. So there's a little bit of a pause coming in this market, and potentially a little bit of back end fill behavior that we're seeing right now. So that 220 broke, and you're getting the back and fill behavior. You anything around that 200, we need to see and make sure that the market is stable there. So if that level fails, then we're gonna retest the Globex band and also harmony zone number 2, which is 176. It starts at 176 to 166. So we want to see how well the structure is holding here. Just remember, every day in every way, we're getting better and better and better at trading. Every day in every way, you are getting better and better and better at trading. So stay disciplined, stay focused, and let things unfold. And once things make sense, we'll interact and execute. We have a whole week ahead of us. We're going to take one disciplined trade at a time. Yeah, good morning, Ken. All right, so they came up to that level and bounced right back up. So that's just promising for the long side. That's the first retest, and typically the first touches of these type of behaviors, they tend to react to it. But they came to the middle of the range, came and retested it. So all right, let's keep watching. Target number 1 got hit. That's 9, yeah. Yeah, so they're consolidating around that level. So that we're hitting that level twice in a very specific way. That tells me there should be a little bit of selling pressure coming through here. I mean, like literally they hit it to the tick in the same exact way. So I mean, if they put on a one candle reversal at 203 right here, then that market has a good chance of flushing below the 200 into the 90s and the 80s. If that candle closes lower. No. Okay. That's fine. There you go. Another attempt at it. So the 200 NT wrinkle and the 100 NT wrinkle are out of sync. So now that tells me right there, we're going into a phase of good consolidation. Good morning, Suarez. How are you, brother? Good morning. And we should get in here. 839. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? All right. So they keep coming here, multiple times here. They put a switch trade and ran it up. So that's the bullish behavior right there. The expectation was to see more of a flush coming through. So the 200, the 100 NT wrinkle right here is disconnecting from here. So what that means that in order for the longs to really take control, you have to break above 240. And if we spend too much time playing around with these levels, then the probability of a bit of a more of a pullback is higher. That's the purpose of spending the first half an hour of the day, is just to get a feel for what this market is doing. Did yourself in. You did yourself in. There we go. So it did one more rotation up and came back in. It's interesting how every time they come to that harmony zone, I mean, this is the fourth or fifth time that they come to that level and just bounce right back up. Hmm. And they're trying. The longs are trying to hold it. Okay. And that 40 showed up. So now the market is in sync on the long side again, and pullbacks are buyable. So the short attempt to turn this thing around has not worked for them. So that's the first trap of the day, and it started right here, because that switch trade with a new harmony wave had to break that 95 into harmony zone number 2, and that just simply, they just ran it up, came and retested it, and now they're flushing everybody out of here. So that tells me the first trap of the day was done on against the shorts. Next target is target number 4 on the 20 NT Rinko, 309.5. Target, the close of the 200 NT Rinko is gonna be, if I can see that clearly here, 276. Target number 3 is hit. Here comes that target. Here comes that target. Now the next target from there is the 300. ES is behaving in the same way. Came up to that harmony zone and bounced right back up. Now the harmony zones are gonna, obviously they're dynamic, so they're gonna go to 251 and a half, 241 and a half, 226 and a half, 216. We got 10 minutes to the top of the hour. Hey, good morning, Flip. How are you? Doing great. Doing good. Doing good. We're just reading the market and looking to make our first trade when the opportunity presents itself. Thank you, Khaled. Appreciate you, man. It takes a village, and we're all going to do it together. Let's take a quick look here on some of the well, we got Bitcoin running up, established a new harmony wave on January the 1st. And now it's just rotating to target number 2, which is 17,350. So at least it's coming out of this consolidation that it's been in for quite some time. I think it's probably responding to the fact that the indices are bottoming down. Look at that. Woo, baby. Long and long. So the minute we broke above that 40, the market got back in sync. And just nothing but net after that. Next target is that 325, but I would be expecting as we approach target number 4 and 5 to get more persistent selling pressure. Like the shorts will start getting a bit more active up there. It's not a short environment for me, so I'm not going to participate, and I'm going to just wait till 9 o'clock shows up, and let's figure out. Let's spend more time with this market. Hey, Reddick, how are you? Good morning, Reddick. Good morning, good morning. Oh, good for you, Jose. Good for you. I know that one was a good one. The harmony wave all the way up to the end of it. 70-point profit. Good for you, man. That's a great way to start a Monday. All right. Yeah, we're playing around with that whole number 300. The expectation here is to see a bit of a pause. We'll see. 2 minutes away from the top of the hour. A new harmony wave established it right here, very close to target number 4. We still can push 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah, they're hitting that level. I don't necessarily want to fade this market right here. Even though we're coming up at a level, it can be faded. So we're hitting target number 4. Target number 5 in this sequence is 341. And the next target as well is going to be the close of this candle, which will be, let's take a look here. That's parabolic behavior, 327. So that's coming up.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I'm gonna reduce my exposure here. I flatted one, and I'm looking to see if we can break the 307. If we do, then the 303 can happen, and then we'll flush into 93. I'll go break even along the way here. So right now it's just literally critical price action. So 9305. So I'm only risking 10 points on one contract, and I'm looking for a move to 93. And we should see it coming up here. And we should be seeing a better price action here. So I'm gonna go break even right now and wait to see if we can break 300, but I gotta be quick with it though. 93. Let's see if we can get that. Gonna see if I can, well, yeah. I'm gonna have to try to take a profit here. Yeah. All right. It is a fade. And the reason behind it is just we hit between target number 4 and 5. So, and first touches of that zone, typically it gets faded back a little bit. But at the same time, you gotta monitor it and make sure that you're not getting yourself into a runner to the upside. So I think we made just a tad bit here, nothing big. I mean, it gave me over 10 points on 2 contracts, but we're looking for something bigger like 93 close. So I'll take a second look at it and see if the structure of the market remains strong. So far, the 200 NT wrinkle and the 100 are strong, and the longs are in charge, though we are extended in a zone that tends to be faded. Flip, does my system work on scalping NG? Yes, it does. It works on stocks, it works on futures, it works on options. It's just it's designed to capture behavior. It's very structured. Now, if we, hold on. The decision we made right now on those 2 contracts, we're up $66 after commission. Moving on to the next decision. So you're seeing, I mean, the thing that kind of got me a little bit worried is the fact that they put on double captain setup, and see that the fact that we're not really bursting up here and we're just established a captain setup short, that tells me that the market is going to go do this number right here. All right, so let's Let's see. Yeah, and their 50 NT Renko is coming up. If we break that 301, there you go. Captain set up short on the 50 NT Renko. So there is an area of distribution here in and around the 300. And they came very close to closing the 200 NT Renko and pulled it. And here you go. Man, a little bit of patience. A little bit of patience. We're doing the right thing in the right place at the right time. Just need a little bit of patience. $93 got hit. Captain set up short on the 50 NT Renko at 303. Moving on to the next decision. Hey, good morning, Ken. How are you, buddy? Yeah. Let's see here. They're struggling here. I mean, they're struggling against that captain setup. They're making a lower high. I mean, if we break 288. That's a big deal. Yeah, that 288 is a big deal because that'll be a captain setup switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. I'll get a little bit aggressive if that happens. 88. Yep. Motherfuckers, look at that. 88. Yeah, I need to push higher though. I can't just buy in here. I mean, or get short right here. I need to push. I'm gonna take one here and one against the 300.
Order submitted.
Here we go.
Order filled.
Okay. I don't want to see that. Double captain setup. So this candle gotta come back down.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Reduce my exposure. And now I need to see 90 show up. That will keep me in the trade. Otherwise, I'm looking for an exit. Come on, baby. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. 90. Break that 90 and the 80. Okay, so now we can. Now we can stick around. And we're looking for 80s and 70s. And that will test the first test of the harmony wave coming up. Reducing my exposure. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy.
Stop
All right, I took that one. Yeah, I'm finding myself trying to fade here. Yeah, Frida, I get it. Lower highs. I'm finding myself kind of trying to fade. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. I'm better off like really waiting for the, at least zone number one failing or something. And also maybe a 200 anti-wrinkle complete reversal for me to really get kind of aggressive on the short side. But I mean, we're seeing the early signs of that pause, the distribution pause, where the market is just getting tired and they're making a lower high and they're failing to really kind of show any enthusiasm above it. So we're seeing this and we're just trying to capitalize on it. But at the same time, I don't want to be too aggressive in an area where the dominant force is a long force. Something interesting about this price action is just how it's like slow. It's not a lot of motion. And yes, Frida, we hold on. I got the YouTube channel opened up on the other page. So what to do next, right? Smile and wait. I mean, if we're patient, we're patient for what reason? We're trying to see harmony, how we handle the harmony zone number one. If we get down there, actually 276, like I'm not going to be interested in getting short unless I see something substantial happen here. what would that substantial thing? Come to that 76.66 level and show lower highs and failure to hold on to that level. If that happens, then that tells me that this general area is a distribution and a resistance against that 300 whole number right here. And the market will push lower, consolidate this level 1, level 2. And as long as we don't break below this level right here, we should be okay on the long side. But the market is pausing right now. That level is 24.75. Good job, Raf. I mean, the overall structure here, I mean, on the 20 NT Rinko is short. We have channel number 1, channel number 2, and channel number 2 will break above 310. So you need to have a 310 hold, and then we can see if we can retest that 76. But as long as the 200 NT Rinko and the 100 are in sync on the long side, the bias should be on the upside. I'm looking at ES, and ES extended itself about 5 candles since the open, and we're at 30, very close to 39.60, and they're pausing here. The 50 NT Rinko is still long, while the 6 NT Rinko is short. The 20 NT Rinko, yeah, here we go. 20 NT Rinko is interesting in the fact that they just put a captain setup short on ES on the 20 NT Rinko. So you're looking for a confirmation below 46. The market start breaking below 46, then you're most likely you're going to get a continuation of this pocket of sellers into the 42.36 level. So there's definitely a distribution going on here. They're fighting. They're not making it easy for the longs anymore. And that's what I want to spend time learning right now is who's winning, because I want to join the winner. See, they broke the 310. Well, 310 is that's consistent with a long bullish behavior. Right. Longs are still in charge. Next target is, we got multiple areas here, but one of them is 326, and target number 2 is 333. Yeah, the system gives us signals, music, flex, and it does not auto execute for you. You have to manually trade it. Correct. But that's coming up soon for us. Some of these signals are so rule based that automating it into an auto is something that we're working on. So target number 2 is coming up, 333.5. All right, so we broke that level. Now the next target is 352.5. Target number 3 in this sequence is 350. So 350 to 352.5 are the next target in this sequence. And the new harmony, the new harmony zone starts at 301.25, and the second one is at 276.5. So now that zone is moving up. ES is moving higher. How we doing so far, everybody? Brad, how are we doing? Gary, Sheila, any trade? James, how are we doing? Jose, Ken, both of you, how are we doing over there? Any trades, and how well are we doing? I know Jose got a nice one. Negative 30 points. Okay. Good for you, music. You guys did better than I did on that trade. And that's fine. Let's just keep working. Let's keep working. You got good fills? Okay, that's good. Here comes the 50-52 target. We gotta, a new harmony wave right here, and that harmony wave is still intact. Yeah, let's keep it small, and let's get in tune with this market and just keep on working. Small ups and small down trades are not a big deal. We got a whole week ahead of us. On next Monday, Martin Luther King. So that's going to be a short week next week. So we have to make our week here count. Almost to target. And we hit it. All right. So we got to that target. And the next target after that is going to be 374. And target number 4 on the 20 Inter-Rinco is 403. So between 370, let's call it 375, and to the 403, that's the next area. And that's going to take a bit of work to get up there. Most likely, we're going to pause here and kind of pull back a little bit. Okay. I'm going to take a...
Order submitted.
Let's see, we should be okay here. So I took that one just as a quick scalp against hitting target number 3 in an extended environment. It's a bit risky, be honest with you, but I saw what I saw and I took that trade. And also, you had a switch trade, and I didn't get into that switch trade in the best of fills. I got the perfect fill is like 40, 41. I got 40 and a quarter. So it's not necessarily the most perfect of fills, but we gotta put something on the board, and that's the trade that I saw right now. So let's just move on to the next decision. So the reason behind this trade is hitting level number 3, and then we got a switch trade short at the 41.5. I'm swimming upstream with these guys and the longs. Be honest with you, but it's an extended market, and I'm just picking these pockets of shorts and just rolling with them. I need to step away from this market for just a moment, get some water, and I'll be back. interesting here. I mean, we may get even a captain set up short on the 20 NT wrinkle. Let me see here. 1, 2. Yeah, the 74 to the 403. Those are the levels. Market is in harmony on the long side, and longs are in charge. Hopefully this stream is helping you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're going to be doing a lot of events, and that is going to, as a subscriber, you'll get notifications of it. Yeah. I mean, if they put that captain set up short, I'll just get in here.
Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order canceled.
We should see a little bit of a push here downward, and we're gonna see how well we do with it. I mean, we could get to the 62s in ES, and that will get us to 26, close to 26 on NQ. Go 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going break even here, and I don't want to get greedy. I really don't. So I'm just going to take this profit right here and just watch it drop, and then I can look in the rallies as an opportunity to go short again. I got to build up my day basically. So what we did here is we went short on a captain setup on NQ, captain setup short. Market made one more rotation, came back and gave me a 6-prong captain setup short. I added to it, took profit on the first 7 points or so. Then I took profit on, I think, 13 points or so on the second one. So where we at for the day so far, excuse me, I don't know what, this is acting up. Give me a second here. Let me pull my blotter. So these are the decisions that we made today, and we're up $536.44 on, I think, what is that? 3 decisions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 decisions. That's where we at for the day. We're not playing big amount of contracts here. Just because the market it was a gap up and go. And the funny thing about it is we're just short. So that tells me I need to really step away from this market altogether, to be honest with you. because I mean that's a strong market, but we're very precise, and we found the pockets that are short, and not only just short, but they're short and stable. Like there's not a lot of volatility in them, and just took profits, quick ones. But ultimately, the best play is to really buy the pullbacks. It's just hard for me personally to buy the pullbacks when the market is up from Friday at 10,763. What is that? 600 points or so? Yeah. And there's no one candle retracement in it. And I'm buying the pullbacks. It's a right move. It's just hard for me to do it. So I'm finding myself just taking these pockets and just making the money and taking a step back. It's 10 o'clock. Let's work on the next one. Any improvements across the board? Jose, any more? Killer B, good morning. Good morning. How are we doing? Ken and Ken. James, any trades? Sheila. Gary, Brad. No, look at you. Okay. Scalping ES short. Okay, I like that. Leonis. He's in our private room, and he's U.S. bound. Music Flex. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. I appreciate your confidence. Yeah, on our Zoom session, we have a Zoom session that we have our private clients on. Just due to the technology between YouTube and Zoom, Zoom is like 7 to 15 seconds ahead of YouTube. YouTube is delayed just by the way their streaming technology works. So a lot of these trades that we take, they're time sensitive, and you really need to be on top of your entries, exactly where we take them, for the reasons we take them. And if you're 14, 15 seconds behind, that has an impact. All right. I mean, here they come again. I mean, they're just pushing it back up, but that was a beauty, though. That was a beauty. Captain setup short, and also coincided with a captain setup on short on ES. So when those two things are happening, that's why I added to it. I was like, oh, okay, that's what they want to do here. They got short and got more short and took profits, and I had a bigger profit, but I understood that I don't want to get cute with this market either. I'm not gonna just sit around and look for the big turn and sit through all this junk that the market is putting on right now. So in order for me to be super short, aggressive with size, I would have to see the market close at 76, 276. And the market is not giving us that type of behavior. Like, it's not showing me that the conviction on the short side. If anything, it's given us a small rotation down, and then boom, run it up. Small rotation down, run it up. It's better to be long. It's literally better to be long till proven otherwise. Man, what a grinder, huh? Just grinding prices higher. Good for them. Let's take a look at the rest of the indices, including Tesla, and let's look at the big boys. Ooh, baby, look at that. That's a ripper. All right, so looking at crude oil. Crude oil hit target number 3 at 76.78. We're close to it. Came back and retesting the middle of the range. What we should see, or what we are looking for, the 75.04 to the 74.75. That zone needs to hold. The market needs, if it comes down there, it needs to hold up and turn back up and give us another swing, a higher low. Then we can attempt target 2, then target 3, then you could go to target number 4 at that point. And the the level that the market needs to protect at all cost is the Globex Open at 73.47. So that's the structure here. Russell 2000, continuation of the buying interest, a pullback and a one candle reversal, giving us a trigger trade long at 1815.5, and we're moving on to higher prices. Target number 4 is 1859.9. And gold, that is interesting. That is a captain setup short on gold right now at an entry point of 1877.8, stop 1886.7. You're looking for targets in Globex 72.8, a retest of the harmony wave at 68.6, a retest of the middle of the range at 64.7, and the bottom end of the cloud at 56. With that stop, that's a good signal for gold. ES, it's a rocket ship, and they don't want to stop. I mean, let's take a look here. 2, 4, 20 candles in a row. That's how many candles the market went up on ES. Significant push. See that the mentality of most people at the open today is to get short. And those are the traders that are getting rolled over. So these guys are, which, intellectually, I think it makes sense. Oh, okay, so the market not only ran up to the close, but gapped up, and we should get at a minimum a gap fill, and or a bit of a retracement. It's not unreasonable to start thinking like that. So those the traders that overcommitted to that idea are the ones that are getting rolled over right now. They are generating the fuel that makes this market move higher and higher and higher. And every dip that we have, small or big, they came and bought it up. All right, take care, Gary. Good job, buddy. Plus 220. That's good enough for a day like this. That's good. That's good enough. So moving on to Tesla. Tesla, the open is 119.03. We're trading above that to 122.40. Let's take a look. I mean, there was a nice little harmony wave that established itself at 118, and we had multiple rotations upward. And here we go, another rotation here. So they're making higher lows. You got to break that 123.09, and then you start getting momentum to the upside in Tesla. You got to protect that 121.40. I mean, it's lagging NASDAQ in a way. I mean, because NASDAQ is at its high and Tesla is just holding back up. So that tells me that we need to Netflix, a new harmony wave and a pullback. You're looking for another new harmony wave and looking for target number 3 at 319.68. Now that is a massive move. And we broke that channel number 1 to the upside, and we're expected, we talked about it today, is 326 is something that we should expect in the course of this week. And what did they do? They did it in a day. Wow. Good for them. Good for them. So we're in the middle of the range. That's an idea. That's a price action or a price zone where there could be a fight between the longs and the short. I'll give you an example. I mean, look what the market did at these specific spots. Middle of the range. Middle of the range. Middle of the range. Then it came back, broke. Eventually it's going to break, right? Okay. I mean, it could be one of these. I mean, we don't know. I mean, that could come up all the way up here. But if that's a zone in which the market has the probability of a back and forth between the longs and between the longs and the shorts. But you look at the market pulling back here, bouncing, pulling back, bouncing, then eventually breaks. And now we're testing it for the first time. Not the second time, not the third time. So this one, it tested it once, twice, 3, 4, 5th time, and the 6th time it ran through it. So this is our first time coming up to that level. It is reasonable to expect a bit of back and forth here. But that doesn't mean I automatically go short. That doesn't mean I'm going to get short and get stubborn with it. That doesn't mean I'm going to go heavy. That means that I am very watching this very closely, because it may give us an opportunity for a fade. If all things granted are in sync. Here he is. Where's Pat? Where you been, man? You're missing all this fun. Good morning. Good morning. Gold. I mean, we're talking about the gap and go, and the market is acting that way. But on the 50 NT Rinko, I mean, they're putting a captain setup short. So we need to be careful of that, and careful of any retracement that will pull back the price structure. Apple, first before we go, ES, the same thing. Nice. ES is a lot stronger from the daily perspective than NQ. Just because where we at in price action, we are passing the middle of the range. That's a very bullish behavior, generally speaking. While in NQ, we're just reaching this level right here. So moving on from there, Apple, you had a harmony wave right here at 132.40, disconnected it and reconnected it at 133, moving higher. Spiders, look at that. Yeah. Harmony wave 1, harmony wave 2, actually harmony wave 2 right here into harmony wave 3. And the market put a 6-prong captain setup short and reacted to it from 91.66 down to 391.24. So that's bullish. Pullbacks are buyable, but we may be experiencing 3-4 candles down, and that's going to push the market lower across the board. Microsoft. Harmony wave 1 and 2, pullbacks are buyable. So that's a bit of a rundown on the overall market. Captain setup. I like your name, by the way. Enjoy life. That's a good one. It's a minimum of 4 candle formation in which the market consolidated and break out of that formation. In this case, you know, you have a minimum of 2 to 3 candles up. Then you got the 4 candle formation, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're looking for a break lower. So that is called a captain setup short. Right here, let me show you. That's a captain setup long, for example, right here. So you have a minimum of 2 candles down. Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th candle, 14 and a quarter. It's a buy signal to go higher. So the market is consolidating within that range and hit a level 4 times, a minimum of 4 times, and could not break below it and closed higher. We call that a captain setup. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for spending your day with us here. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We're going to be doing a lot of educational seminars that explains a lot of these setups, like the captain setup and the switch trades and harmony waves and all the signals that we use on a daily basis. I put a couple of links down there for you. If you're interested in a free trial of the software, that's a link down there. It gives you 5-day free trial that includes the Harmony system and also access to our private room. And if you're into Apex funding and trading a funded account, we have a code down there for you as well. Like, subscribe, comment, and share to get notification of upcoming events. And we have about another half an hour in the room streaming. So we're going to try and make the best out of it and keep reading this market for everybody. How is everybody doing there anyway? Frida, any trade? Suarez, I haven't heard from you, buddy. How we doing today? Raf, Music Flex, Khaled, how we doing? Took 2.5 points. Music up 680. Good job. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're seeing it slowing down. I mean, it's not. We don't have a robust. Take care, Brad. How did we end up, buddy? How did we end up today? Okay, that's good. That's good stuff, man. That's just keeping it small, keeping it under control, keeping it small, and that's how trading is done. You win a little bit, you expense a little bit, and you come back and you win some more. You know how to win. So some of the best days are the days that you take a small stop and you walk away, because that tells you you are in control. that you're not fighting it. That's strong. So they're putting a captain setup short on NQ. ES is struggling here at the 72 level. The expectation is to see a push into the 68, 66 with a lower high on NQ. I'm not gonna participate. I'm just gonna read this market. I'm just gonna continue to here he is. I'll continue to monitor and watch. What would be a big move that will trigger me to be net negative or net short? I mean, that's the question, right? It would be a break in NQ of down to 300. You break below 300, then that structurally will change the market in a way that the shorts will get a lot more persistent and more brave. In ES, if we break below 39.50, that will trigger that same kind of mechanism in the market. Good morning, Omer. You missed all the fun. How did you do? I know. It just kept on going and going and going. No stop. No stop in sight. Well, good luck with those exams. I know you've been working on them for quite some time. So here comes that captain setup short. So you're seeing what they're doing here. Captain setup and a push. Captain setup is a push. But what happens afterwards is they stabilize it and they shoot it back up. And that's kind of the pattern. I mean, if you can target these levels and take a fade and just keep it to where you're just only scalping, that's one thing. Now, in order for us on a swing trade basis to get excited about the shorts, that 300 level got to break. So there's a big distance here. That means they have to test harmony zone 1, harmony zone 2, and fail here and fail here to hold it. So that would be the big move. Come on, baby. So that's a little bit different now. See this price action right here? It's a little bit different than what we experienced before. There's not that quick reversal. So they put the same structure and came in, tested it, and the shorts are a little bit heavier here. So that tells me that we're gonna test harmony zone 1, and then we're gonna see how well that holds. And we may be in the early stages of a pullback, a bigger pullback than what we experienced throughout the day, which is not much of a pullback period. They're inching. They're inching to it. They're inching to it. Yeah, we're coming up. We're coming up to harmony zone number 1. So we touched that zone, and immediately buyers stepped in. Okay, that's encouraging for the longs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it got up there. Frida got up there, and I saw that. It's just it has to go one tick above your entry price. They were messing with you, teasing you. That's all you wanted, and you would have gotten it. I couldn't see the 905, Ken. I saw the 930 work. The 911 was the market made like three harmony waves and then produced that switch trade there. I mean, it's still a good entry. It just you got stopped out, but the 905, maybe it's on your chart, but not mine. But I didn't see that one. So the only one that I would kind of think is suspect, I would have passed on, is that 911 one. Yeah, yeah, Omer, it's slowing down. It's been slow like this for the past 45 minutes. So when the market makes a huge move and then give you in a tight range, give you one of those switch trades. I mean, it's subjective at that point. Be honest with you, and I will pass on it just because I want to see a little bit more of a pullback, then a come up to that level and a signal. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad entry. It's just you got stopped out on it today. You've had them like that before and they worked. Yeah, let me take a look. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, that the 90, that's not a switch trade. There's a captain setup. The 905 one. That's a captain setup, and they gave you two candles, so you had profit in that trade. The second one is the 911, and yeah, that's a switch trade right there that turned into a captain setup, uh, short. So your exit needed to be right at the close of that captain setup, so that you would have gave a little bit less on that, and you needed to make money off that captain setup long. And the third one was a captain setup, switch trade that actually worked. So just get better and better and better at taking less stop, less on your stop, and more on the ones that work. All right, so here you go. You're hitting that harmony zone, bouncing right back up. They did it twice. That's continues to tell me that the market has a lot. It still has more buyers in it. Okay, now there's a bit of difference, between what happened here. What happened here? It's the fact that you got a very quick reaction. Here, the market actually attempted a rally, ran into this captain setup, failed, established a cloud negative, hit this level a couple of times, bounced right back. So there's a lot more noise and a lot more shorts in this area than there were in that area. And now the level that to watch for is the 350. You start breaking below that 350, you're gonna test the low end of that zone. Then you got this area to contend with, and you go from there. But this overall, I mean, now it's chicken drawing here. The overall structure here is telling me, oh yeah, okay, there's buyers, but there's also more sellers in this area, and we're extended and against a whole number 400. So they may be fading that breakout ahead of it. So what does that mean? Do I get short? Not yet. Do I go long? Very gingerly and carefully and scalping only and on signals. So what would be a better approach here is to wait. But wait for what? If the market breaks this level, zone 1, comes to zone number 2, holds, and give you a new harmony wave long, and the cloud shifts positive, then that is an area where I can get interested in buying. If the market right now flips and establishes a new cloud positive and a new harmony wave long from this price action, meaning here, and you go up into this area and that behavior, I'm gonna just simply pass, because it's not enough of a deep retracement where I could trap some more shorts into the subsequent run up. And that's just a personal preference on that. So these are the different scenarios that I'm looking for right now. Come on, baby, let's go. YouTube. All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock, and that pretty much kind of concludes my morning. And we are going to close the day. Let me see here. Just pull it up. Emotionals, man. All right. That's where we at. Since the beginning of the year, third, we had $1,200, $2,000 on the 4th, $900 on the 5th, $480 on the 6th, and today is the 9th, and we are at 536, and we're up 5,254 since the beginning of the year. Persistent and consistent and no drama. We don't like drama. And that's it. Not many contracts either. That's 8 contracts, 7 contracts. I had an 8 contract trade for 2 grand. Small and steady. Precision is a decision, right? So that brings it an end to my morning. And we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. You guys have a blessed one. See you tomorrow.
Recording stopped.